something that can get them pumped up, get them excited, and get them performing at their optimum right from the get-go.
That's Lindsay David. Quick, Lindsay. We'll go with you. He's one of our renewed speakers who has been traveling with us. He's a masterclass motivational of its own. That's David. We'll brief about David's introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our second speaker, David. David has been obsessed with achieving his best since he can remember. This went through his sporting life, schooling life, and everything in between. This mindset allowed David to play lower grade rugby league for South Sydney, participate in sports like arm wrestling in MMA. David has since taken his years as an athlete, coach, and trainer and is now helping cooperation increase with the performance by sharing his 5 steps towards improved vitality. Keynote talk. Particularly after the last 3 to 4 years, now more than ever, we made him strategies to help raise productivity and visuality within the workspace. And that is what David will bring with him in his talk. That's so great. The stage is all yours, David. Please continue.
Thank you very much. When's the last time Ken Work punched in the face? As a former cage fighter, I get punched, I get kicked, and I get wrestled on a daily basis. And I mean the real type wrestling, not this WWE sort of stuff. You know, still come out looking this good. But in all seriousness, I learned many systems and strategies from my time doing martial arts, both as an athlete and coach, that can help anybody and therefore any team improve their vitality. Now, what comes to mind when I mention the word vitality? What about vim, vigor, passion for what you do? Vitality actually comes from the Latin word vitalis, meaning of or belonging to life. Let's have a look at your vital signs. You have your pulse rate, your respiratory and breathing, and you have your blood pressure. If you don't have these, you're perceived as being dead, on the very least, a very bad way. So if your vitality is lowered or non-existent, well, you're not doing as well as can be expected, are you? Who got up this morning, jumping out of bed, ready to take on the day? Or did you, like most people, hit the snooze button, have to drag yourself out of bed and maybe, I don't know, need a cup of coffee to get yourself snapping into action? Do you or someone you know that you're supposed to start work at 9 o'clock? Yes, you may get there and not be fluff around for 5, 10, 15 minutes before you snap into action. Or do you have a project or department that just isn't going according to plan and you're just a little unsure of what to do? That's a few examples of where vitality may be lowered. I'm David Lindsay, and I've been a full-time coach and trainer for over 20 years, and I'm a vitality expert. And I'll put together a simple 5-step system to raise your vitality. Now, there are many similarities between a sports team and a business team. And that is how I want you to look at it. If you're the boss, manager, or supervisor, you're the coach and trainer of your team. If you're an employee, you are the players. Now, every single successful sporting team and individual knows the importance of creating routines and rituals to snap into action. There's the most successful international sporting team in history. They also have the most famous ritual of all. It's known in America, Asia, and even right here where I am in Australia. Just like Rafael Nadal, he does his bounce, 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 underpick, hair behind the ear, and serve. Now, I'd even bet my bottom dollar there's nothing wrong with his undies. This is just his ritual. And do we have any golfers out here? Because I want you to think about what do most top-line golfers do before each and every shot, whether it's a long drive or a short putt. They stand behind and they visualize it. Do they want it to be a draw or a fade, to go high or go low? They then have their practice swings and hopefully it goes off just as they visualized it. Now, visualization is a very important element in creating your routines and rituals to snap into action. But as a fighter, I need the easiest, the simplest way to change my state. And I want you to think how that may be. Because as a fighter, I can't afford to waste 5 or 10 seconds, let alone minutes before I snap into the action. Or there's a very real possibility I could get knocked out or taken down and get put in a very bad situation. When I was fighting, and every fighter, they come out to their own unique song. Back when I was fighting, I'd come out to Wolf Mother, Joker, and the Thief. Even now, even all these years later, I still hear that song. It gets me pumped up. It gets me excited. It really gets me ready to snap into action. Now, music is such a powerful, powerful tool. Yet so many people don't utilize it because it's a tool that can help pump you up if you're feeling a bit flat, or it can help calm you down if you're feeling a bit anxious. And I know in Sydney and in most capital cities around the world, unfortunately spend hours and hours commuting both to and from work each and every day. So why not utilize that time? Why not have some music, something that can pump you up on the way into work and on the way home, something that can help relax you, help calm you down. Now, music, it works on so many different levels. And you know what the good thing is that you can use this. You put your headphones on, you create your own unique playlist. I know that song isn't going to work for everyone, but create your own unique playlist. Something that really gets you pumped up, gets you excited, gets you ready to snap into action. Now, as I said, music is a powerful tool. I use it in football. I use it in fighting. I use it before I speak. I had it going on before I got on here to make sure that I'm in the peak state for you guys so that I can really make a difference. So music is a powerful, powerful tool. And another powerful tool is your posture, your body. Who here has heard the saying before that emotion is led by motion? So the way that you sit, the way that you stand, the way that you move influences the way that you feel, therefore the way that you act. So if you sit slumpy and walk around slumpy, well, you're going to feel that way. You're going to act that way. Your performance is going to nosedive. But you sit tall, you sit loud, you sit proud, you walk with power, passion, and purpose, and it's amazing how things seem to follow suit. Now, we see this all the time, no matter where we go. When I go and speak in the city, I have my own routines and rituals. I catch the same train. I sit on the same carriage. I sit just about in the same seat. And I see the same people around me. Now, there's a bloke that hops on one stop after me. He does the exact opposite of this. He doesn't want to get in anyone's way. He holds on to the pole and he wants to become a ghost. He wants to become one with the pole. Unfortunately, he succeeds. And he does become that ghost. And people bump into him. And the sad thing is, he apologizes to them for them bumping into him. Now, there's this other little bloke that hops on 2 stops after him, but he walks on like he owns a train. And it's amazing how people respond differently to this bloke that's walking on like he owns it. Yes, they certainly do. They speak about you. They convey messages. Because imagine if I was to sit here and do this talk, sitting down, sitting slumpy. My energy wouldn't be the same as getting up, standing strong, standing powerful, doing these power moves before we get going. Because as I said, emotion is led by motion. So you combine the two. So you might get up and, like I say, have the power of music and the power of posture. They're brilliant by themselves. You combine it and it becomes like a little superpower. So no matter where you are now, I want you to just kick back and relax. And we're going to listen to some Bob Marley. Now, I love Bob Marley. Don't get me wrong. But I'm not going to listen to this when I need to be in a peak state. I'm not going to listen to this when I need to make executive decisions. I'm going to listen to this sort of music when I need to unwind, when I'm sitting around the pool, when I'm sipping cocktails. I'm going to listen to this. But I'm not going to listen to this just before I come out on stage and talk to you guys. I'm not going to listen to this when I need to make an impact and executive decisions. So what I want everyone to do, no matter where you are in the world, let's just shake it out. Let's get that out. And remember that emotion is led by motion. So I want you to actually stand up and you're going to feel the music come up. You're going to feel it feet up through your feet up through your hips. And then we're going to get the arms pumping as well, because I'm sure this is going to get you guys going as well, because this song, it works for me and it works for so many other people around. We're utilizing the power of music and the power of posture. And it's such a great thing as well that it's catchy. So you put headphones on and you come in, walk into this. Now, I hope you guys can hear that and get it going, because it's building from the ground up. And when it goes to thunder, we're going to pump our arms 4 times. So remember, emotion is led by motion. The bigger the build up, the bigger the explosion. Three more. One more, let's go. And let's sit down. And did you feel the difference when you combine the power of music and the power of posture? Now, the great thing is that you can start this from tomorrow. I mean, we all have our phones with us. We all have headphones on. So we can walk in to just about any song that's been done in the past. And as I said, it's catchy. So you walk in with power, passion, and purpose. The music pumping. And people are going to go, man, I wonder what he's on. I wonder what she's on. And the great thing is that they can have that. And you have to be aware that one positive person becomes 2, becomes 4, becomes 8. And then before you know it, the entire office is pumped up. They're excited. They're more productive. They're having more fun. And that leads to more profits as well. And you know what? That's a place that I would love to be at. A place like that where everyone's pumped up, everyone's excited. Now, people come up to me and go, David, how are you so happy all the time? And I go, you know what? The truth is, I'm not. But what it is, it goes in what I've created. But I cast my mind back many, many years ago when I had no goals, I had no dreams, I had nothing to strive for. I saw the people that I was going to school with, they're getting further and further in front. I was on that hamster wheel. I was going as fast as I could. I was going there and I was getting off exhausted. I was going to work exhausted, coming home exhausted, and to be getting further behind in my life, my bills. And it got to the point where I thought, surely there has to be more to life than this. Getting up exhausted, going to work exhausted, only to repeat it and be on that never-ending hamster wheel. So I did some reading and I did some research and did some research and did some reading. And time again, this positive self-talk, positive affirmations kept coming up. And at first I thought, what a load of rubbish talking to yourself. What's that supposed to do? But I had a look at my life and when I'm currently going nowhere, I'm doing nothing. What do I have to lose? So I'd get up and in front of the mirror, I'd say these affirmations each and every day. Now, nothing happened overnight, within a week, but 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, 2 months rolled by, and I started to see some change. Now, this change wasn't physical because with hard work and dedication, that's always been a bit of all right. But mentally and emotionally, I started to see some change. And I went, man, this stuff has some power. Imagine if I was put my own words to it. So I did. And I'd get up and in front of the mirror, I'd say, today is going to be a great day. Any challenge coming my way, I can and will overcome it. Today is going to be a great day. Today, you look and feel great. And then you smile. You appreciate the person that's smiling back at you. You do it for them. That's the only person that you have to do it for. The one looking back at you in the mirror. And I told a few people at the gym this, and one of them came back to me about a month later and said, David, I've been doing it, but I haven't noticed any change. So I took him around the side and I sat down and I said, show me exactly how you do it. And he went, today is going to be a great day. Any challenge coming my way, I can and will overcome it. Today is going to be a great day. Today, you look and feel great. Boom. Right terminology, but wrong physiology. You're saying it at home, for goodness sake. So when you say it, you must see it, mean it, believe it in order to become it. So what I get my people to do, and normally I'd have a slide up where I have it come up. But I get everyone to do it there. And if you remember it, go along with me. But I'm going to go through that one time with power. And remember, the big key is to smile and appreciate the person that's smiling back at you. So you want to do it with a strong posture. And on the count of 3, I'm going to get started. 1, 2, 3. Today is going to be a great day. Any challenge coming my way, I can and will overcome it. Today is going to be a great day. Today, you look and feel great. And like I said, you smile. You appreciate the person that's smiling back at you. That's the only person that you have to do it for. You need to create these routines and rituals for the one looking back at you in the mirror. But once we've created those routines and rituals to snap into action, we then go to the second step. Which is nap. Nowadays, more than the last 100 years, people are working more hours and more days. And potential burnout is just around the corner. I'm sure with what everyone has been through the last 3, 4, 5 years, you're just feeling overloaded with workplace stress. Just pulling your hair out, just stress out of your eyeballs. In fact, I want to know, who here thinks that stress is a bad thing? Because many people that stress is a bad thing. And it is if you don't have any rest. But stress is required for growth. But it's stress plus recovery is where the growth is. Now, I'm sure many of you guys go to the gym or have been to the gym in the past. Now, I want you to cast your mind all the way back to when you first went to the gym. You first did that class, or you lifted those weights, did the squats, the bench press, the chin-ups, whatever it was. What happened the day after? And the day after, the day after. Especially doing squats, you're walking around like you're broken. Because what you've done, you've stressed the bones, the joints, the tendons, the ligaments. You've stressed it all out. In fact, you've created micro tears in the muscle. And yet, you give it a couple of days rest. You eat nutritious food. You rehydrate. You recover. And then you come back and you do it again and again and again. And eventually what happens? You get bigger. You get faster. You get stronger. Your body adapts to this stress. So in order to keep moving forward, keep getting bigger, faster, stronger, fitter, you need to increase the stress. With weight training, you do this by lifting heavier weights, more sets, more reps, doing it faster, doing it slower, less recovery time. We need to treat our mind as a muscle. And there's a technique that's been scientifically proven to retain more information and be more productive in a given time. And it's called the Pomodoro technique. Yes, that does mean tomato. And I want to know in the comments if anyone has ever heard of the Pomodoro technique. Because what it is, it's a technique that where possible. Again, you're going to start off nice and easy. I like it. Well, that's perfect. I'm here to help you guys know what the Pomodoro technique is. You're going to set a timer. You're going to set it on your phone. And we're going to start off with only 15, 20 minutes. Where possible. You're going to have no phone calls, no emails, no distractions. You're going to be single focused at the task at hand. Then when the alarm goes off after 15 or 20 minutes, you're going to get up, you're going to move, you're going to go outside, get some fresh air. You're going to rehydrate because most of us actually are chronically dehydrated. So make sure that you keep up the hydration. You're going to catch up on those phone calls, those emails. Then you're going to come back and you're going to do it again and again and again. And every fourth one, you're going to have a slightly longer break. And then as with training your muscles, when you get stronger, you lift more weights. With this, what you're going to do, when you get used to the 15, 20 minutes, you're going to increase the time to 25, 30, 35, maybe up to 40, maxing at 45 minutes. Because this is supposed to be a mental sprint. And once it gets to 50 minutes becomes 1 hour. 1 hour becomes 6 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours. Then you're back to where you were at square one. So long as you keep at this, you'll be surprised at how much you can get done. Because when you concentrate on that one thing, you're going to smash it out of the park. You're going to be so much more productive. And who here has a lunch break? Because when I do this to live audiences, so many people put their arm up and they see it as a badge of honor. I worked my way through lunch again. I don't see it as a badge of honor. In fact, I see it as maybe you need to delegate. Maybe you've got too much on your plate. Maybe you're not quite as good as what you think you are, and you just need to get out there. But what it is, having a lunch break, I don't mean sitting at your computer, typing away, having a high-fat, high-sugar donut while you follow it up with a cup of coffee. I mean going outside, getting some fresh air, talking to people about things other than work, refueling your body and your mind. Again, going out, rehydrating. Because there's studies that show if we have a lunch break, that we come back and we bring it home strong. Because even Michael Jordan, he would take himself off the last 6 or 7 minutes in the fourth quarter. He'd come off, he'd rehydrate, he'd refuel, and he'd refresh. Then he'd come back on and he'd bring it home strong because that's where the game is won. So take that time, have that lunch break, and then bring it home strong. Refuel your body and your mind. So napping for peak performance. And there's also an effect that comes down with nap as well called the Zingarnik effect. And you may never have heard of that. Don't worry, I didn't know about it only a few years ago. But it's all been worked on us. And what it is, it's an effect that once, say on a soap opera on a Friday afternoon, they have a car going off the edge of a cliff. So it's open up this loop. You don't know who's in the car. You don't know who survives. You have all of these questions. And then on Monday, it comes back, lands safely. So it closes that loop. It's the same as with work. That's why so many people, when they're at home, they're worried about what's going on at work. Did I do this? And when they're at work, they're worried about what's going on at home. Why am I doing that? I'm not spending enough quality time. The aim of this is to get you spending 100% of time and mental energy when you're at work and when you're at home, allowing yourself to have 100% of your mental energy when you're at home so that your mind closes all of those loops and it recovers ready to go again. So the way that you do this, you have a simple checkoff list. It might be all important emails done. Yes. All important phone calls done. Yes. Everything set up for the next shift. Yes. Everything done. Yes. 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 Then you might have phone, wallet, keys. Yes. 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 Security on. And there you go. Now, once you're at home, you can spend quality time with your family, with your friends. We're doing things that relax. It's like when you go rushing off to the shops. How often have you done it? You've rushed off to the shops to pick up some stuff for cooking. And you go, oh no, did I turn the gas off? Did I lock the door? Did I do all this sort of stuff? And you're worried about it. You can't do anything about it while you're at the shops. And when you've come home, 95% of the time, you've done it. But it's going through your head. You're worried about it at a place where you can't fix it. And that's what this Zeigarnik effect is about. It's about closing all of those loops. And then what you must do after you've had that nap, whether it's utilizing the Pomodoro technique, whether it's having a lunch break, having a long weekend, whatever it is, you then must snap back into action. Having snapped into action, we then go to the third step, which is tap. Many people think of tapping as giving up and quitting. But I want you to reframe that as allowing you to step back, analyze the situation, realign, reconnect, and refocus of the task at hand. This time going about it with a different strategy to not get caught in that position again. Now, back when I was fighting, I might get caught in an armbar. Now, this is where they intend to either hyperextend your elbow or break your arm. You can fight it to a certain point. And then if you get locked there, you have to tap or you suffer a severe injury. Now, tapping doesn't mean that you're going to quit fighting. It means that you're going to go back. You go back to your coaches. Find out how they got you in that position. What you can do to get out of it. And session by session by session, you're going to get better at that. So knowing it's okay to try things. But when you fail fast, fail forward, tap and evolve. Many businesses see the importance of tapping and evolving, equally as many do not. A couple of examples. We have Nokia phones. They were brilliant back in the late 90s and early 2000s. They were constantly tapping and evolving. They're the first ones to come up with lights, come up with camera, come up with action on your phone. The first one to come up with music. The first one to come up with a game, Snake on the mobile phone. But due to bad investment in the Symbian system, and then being largely too arrogant to go to the Android, they stopped tapping and evolving. And they've fallen by the wayside. Same as Kodak, Blockbuster, Toys R Us, many businesses stop tapping and evolving. But a couple of examples of businesses that continuously tap and evolve. We have Tesla, we have Meta, and we have the Golden Arches, mighty McDonald's. Whether you like their food or not is completely irrelevant. But it's their business model, seeing how they tap and evolve. It was actually a Melbourneian that realized that people were going to coffee shops more and more frequently. So they came up with Cafe. They tried it and it was extremely successful. Like parents coming in, they're getting coffee and cake, or their kids are getting burgers. People are coming in with the comfy seating, free Wi-Fi, laptop lifestyle. People are coming in to having business meetings at McDonald's. Who would have thought of it back in the 90s? You would have been laughed out of there. But it's a reality and it's happening. That doesn't mean that they've never failed. Oh, they've failed. They've failed on an epic scale. That every time they fail fast, they fail forward. They tap and evolve. Because has anyone here ever heard of McPizza? Because when you think about McDonald's, you don't think about pizzas. You think about burgers. But they tried it. They failed fast. They failed forward. They tapped and evolved. What about McHot Dog? Like that's so easy. You just put a Frankfurt in, you cut open a bun, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. You put in and you're done. So simple. But again, you don't go to McDonald's for hot dogs. They tried it. They failed fast. They failed forward. They tap and evolve. And I love the tapping and evolving as well. Because what that does, that gives you permission to try things. Know that you're going to fail fast, but fail forward, tap and evolve. Especially what we've been through the last 3, 4, 5 years, where the world's been shaken up. This is the perfect time to try new things. Be an innovator or an early adapter, and knowing when it's hit that apex and when to tap. Because anytime we talk about evolution, we of course talk about Sir Charles Darwin. And he famously said, it's not the strongest nor the most intelligent that survive, but the ones most responsive to change. So in this time of quickening change, of it going exponentially fast, how can you come up with new ideas or jump on things as they're on the up? And as I said, if you get to that apex, or even if it doesn't work, you can't hang your head in shame and hope the rest of the world's going to feel sorry for you, because quite frankly, they don't care. But you must pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and then snap back into action. The last two, I'm just going to run through quick. So the fourth one is clap. Plain and simple as it sounds. It's celebrate. You have a small win, small celebration. Big win, man, you raise the roof. And with that, that's all about bringing the team together, because we know that we're willing to do more for people that we know, like, and trust. And that's what this clap is all about. And then as my time is fast running out, so I get so carried away with this, the fifth one is recap. Oh, yes, you can see that still. Recap. Which is all about continuous, never-ending improvement in absolutely everything we do. Like when I do this live, I've got cameras. I'm filming myself doing this. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to see what worked, what didn't work, what I can spend more time on, what I can spend less time on. But if I'm the same speaker in 6 months as I am today, that's a waste of 6 months. If you guys are the same business in 6 months as you are today, that's a waste of 6 months. If people that I coach are the same people, well, you get the drift. It's a waste of 6 months. So we need this. We need this recap, which is all about continuous, never-ending improvement. And then we finish it all off by snapping back into action. Whether it's for the next fight, the next game, or the next project, we must snap back into action. And there we go. And thank you very much, guys. I had a blast. I hope you guys got something from it. And feel free to reach out. Check me out on LinkedIn or email me, david@davidlindsay.com.au.
Truly
I can't
engaged
hear you
with your
guys.
present. Thanks for the wonderful presentation, David. You're really fabulous and outstanding. You carried the energy and josh throughout the presentation. Our audience are truly engaged with your presentation, and we have questions from them.
Yeah, I'm more than happy to answer them, because that's really what this is all about, is giving everyone the tools in order to raise their own vitality. And as I said early on, if you bring the energy, the good thing is that it's catchy and we can share it. We can get that energy going, which is a place where I know that I'd love to speak at. I know I'd love to work at. I know I'd love to be a part of it.
Thank you, David. Yes, all of you should clap for your on that snap, nap, tap, whatever. So very fabulous. We thoroughly enjoyed the music and the posture. Yes,
Yeah,
people
no,
are
thank
suffering
you.
from imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
Yes, you gave the right remarks. Yes, we thoroughly enjoyed. And this energy, how got you got this much energy speaking for 25 minutes with a strong, you are very strong in
in 25 minutes, that's a short one. I can do this for an hour. I can do this for half a day. I do half day workshops, full day workshops on vitality, on resilience, all that sort of stuff. And I have the energy because I love doing it. And when you love what you do, it makes a world of difference. And it comes across as well.
Yes, that's David. He's a wonderful, phenomenal guy. He's available in YouTube. We have been following him for a long way. Please vote excellence for his remarkable journey and his
And also, like I said,
motivational
feel free
speaker.
to hit me up on LinkedIn as well. I do a lot of content on there, so I'm happy to chat with people, whether it's here or whether it's there. Feel free to reach out.
Yes, we actually the tips looks very simple when we go on with the music, posture, way you sit, the way you stand. But these are really a remarkable game changers, as he said. So we all need to reform all these things from David. He's one of our eminent speaker. Please give a big applause to Mr. David.
Thank you very much. And I hope you guys have a sensational rest of the show. Enjoy it.
Thank you so much,
And
David.
I'm off. It's almost 9:30 here in Sydney, Australia, 9:30 p.m. So I'm going to get up tomorrow at 4 o'clock, get it done, snap into action.
Yeah, clap on.
Thank you.
Thank you, David.
Thanks for the wonderful presentation, David. Without any delay, let's jump into the next session by Laurie Hilton. Please welcome her.